Hey everyone, this is Ed. So I purchased a new video camera, and the video camera has not been doing a very good job of picking up my sound. I actually think it's probably more like operator error and less the video camera's fault. So I'm using a voiceover option that is available on my editing software. So what I'm doing today is I am replacing that headlight that doesn't go up and down on my Pontiac Fiero. So the motor was stripped, the gears in the motor were stripped, and the bracket that actually attaches the an electric motor to the headlight was broken. So I was gonna actually rebuild the headlight motor, and then I got a message from a well, I guess he's a friend of mine now. I met him a few years ago, John. John found a couple of headlights that'll fit the 84, 85, and 86 Pontiac Fiero. So I went up to I went up north to pick them up today, and now that I have them, I just couldn't contain myself. So this is me replacing the headlight motor on the driver's side on my 86 Pontiac Fiero SE. And I gotta tell you, it was amazing to be able to do that job because I really didn't think I was going to be able to find a used motor. So 84, 85, and 86 Pontiacs have a different motor than the 87 and 88. And I think the 84, the 85, and 86 are specific to just the Pontiac Fiero. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe they're specific. Where in 87 and 88, the same motor that is used by Pontiac is also used by the Chevy Corvette, and it's used throughout several years. Like I think it's on the C5 Corvettes, it's on like the Buick Riata, and I think there's an Oldsmobile that had pop-up headlights. So it's very well, it's out there. But the 84, 85, and 86 is unique to the Fiero, or at least the parts are harder to get. So when I got the message from John today that he had a pair for me, I picked them up. So it was great. John, since I got into the Pontiac Fiero scene, I met John up at a show in the Wisconsin Dells. Well, it's got to be 4 or 5 years now, and he's always been really fair. He doesn't do any price gouging on the parts that he comes across, and he's just an overall good guy. And I have to say, the best part of owning a Pontiac Fiero and restoring it is the cars are cool, but all the people that I've met in the club or that are part of the Fiero culture are just absolutely amazing. They're just some of the most wonderful people. And I've been in American Motors car clubs and Corvette stuff and just non-car specific clubs. And I mean, there's good people everywhere. But I have to say, overall, my experience with Pontiac people has just been phenomenal. I can't overstate it. It's just been a great experience, and it just makes me love the car even more. But what I got going on here, I'll speed up the video, but I was just been working on removing the old headlight, putting the new used. So I'm replacing used with used. Hopefully, the used that I'm replacing with is better than the used that was in the car. So sit back and enjoy. It's probably a little bit of a boring video, but it was kind of exciting. So I have to say that I was actually surprised as I got into removing the headlight assembly with the motor. There's only four nuts that hold that whole thing on, and one connector that goes to the relay, and another power line. It's a single line connector. I had more trouble squeezing it of the compartment than I did taking it out. The two bottom screws were a little harder to get to. And I probably could have benefited. I should have sprayed it down with WD-40 before I started the job. But yeah, I just went in there. All I needed was a 10 millimeter socket, and that was it. It was just those four things holding it together, and remove those and pull that headlight out. It was actually fairly easy. I was actually very surprised. So don't be intimidated by it. For you guys that if you got to do that job, it's really not bad at all. Just take your time. Look at it first. If you have a service manual, take a look at the service manual. You could probably find stuff online that gives you a schematic of what you're looking at. But there's two nuts on top, two nuts on the bottom, and that's it. So once I got the new motor installed, and I was exercising the switch to pop up the headlights and retract them, I found that it wasn't retracting all the way. So it was either two things going on. When you install the headlight, if you leave the nuts a little bit loose, you can actually you can slide the whole assembly left to right. So there might be a little bit of centering that has to happen. So I think between a little bit of centering, so I kind of shifted it more towards the middle. So I shifted the headlight assembly just a few millimeters to the center from where I was, and I locked it down. And then I think just exercising it, all of a sudden the headlights just started to close. So I think it may have been a combination of I may have needed to center it a little bit so it would clear everything as it needs to be. So you can. It almost felt like it was getting stuck on the way down. So it was either the centering, so I moved it over a little bit, tightened it, and it started to work. So it was either that I needed to center the headlight assembly, or it just hadn't been run for a few years, and the electric motor just kind of needed to get going in it. So between trying it a few times and centering the assembly itself, seem to work. And I think in like a lot of other cars that had like pop up headlights at that time, like I think I saw Buick Riata Riata show up in the list, but of course not my car. My car had the rarest of them all, which is fine. It's fine when you know the right people. You know the right people, good things. So I was so excited to get this headlight assembly installed and working. And yeah, I know it's kind of weird to be that excited over a headlight motor, but you know, the wife and I love going for drives in the evening. And with the days being shorter, you know, we kind of got to have the headlights on. And we just love going down by the lake at night, especially when the moon is over the lake. And, you know, now with the cooler weather, the air is a lot more clear, and it's just everything is a lot more crisp when you go down to the lake, and the moon is a little clearer, and just the sights and the sounds and the smells just seem to be more prominent. So I really love going down there, and with the headlight being fixed, we can take the 86 down there a little more often without having to have bungee cords and all kinds of crazy stuff holding that headlight up. I just don't like having that kind of attention drawn to me by the police officers. I like to just kind of fly under the radar. So I hate to draw attention to myself. But so excited. I wanted to show Antonella that, hey, look, I fixed it and it works really well. And it didn't really cost me a lot of money at all. And again, thank you to John and him thinking of me when he found the parts, and he sent me a message, and I am so appreciative. So thank you, everyone. Yeah, I'm gonna go turn off the camera, put my stuff away.